And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday night live stream where I answer your questions about the best cell phone plans, finding the best plan, finding the best deal, and hopefully saving you a whole lot of money on your cell service. We have a really exciting live stream today. I think I've spent pretty much all today, all last month really. I'll show you what I've been up to. I've been updating this massive spreadsheet of all of the cell phone plans on the Best Phone Plans site. You probably can't see this, but there are over 1,000 plans, okay? 1,000 plans, 1,094 plans on the Best Phone Plan site. These have all been updated, accurate prices, accurate data amounts, accurate information, and I thought, what would be more fun than picking out the best cell phone plans for 2026 with you guys live here on the live stream. So before we dive into picking the best plans and getting into all of that, we've got to welcome some friendly faces in the chat. We've got Max Slacker here. Welcome. Gregory's here. I need a lighter phone. Green is here. Good evening. We have Taylor already asking a question about T-Mobile's loyalty plans. We'll have to dive into that in a bit. Scott is here. Scott, great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you being here. Big Tank 77, hello from Detroit. Happy Monday. Max, excited to see your picks. I'm curious what you guys think as well. We've got Mark here. Great to see you, Mark, as always. G. Pirani, hello. We've got Mark Smith again, or is it a different Mark? Yeah, multiple Marks. Great to see you, Mark. Always appreciate you. Wait River, hello, or Water. Hello, great to see you here. Clint is here. Great to see you. Welcome to the chat. X-Gamer Johnny is here. Argaz01, great to see you. What do you think about the current US mobile offer? You guys are asking so many great questions. Well, I think before we dive into the best plans and everything, we do have to give a special shout out and thank you to the sponsor of this live stream, Back Market. And so I'm going to play that right now. This live stream is brought to you by Back Market. Back Market is the leading marketplace for refurbished electronics. You can get an iPhone 15 Pro from $412, a Galaxy S23 Ultra from $364, a Pixel 8 Pro from $286, or an iPhone 14 from $263. All Back Market phones are certified refurbished. This means they've gone through a thorough quality inspection of the screen, speakers, ports, buttons, microphones, cameras, and more to verify the phones are 100% fully functional. Back Market also offers free 30-day returns and protects your purchase with their free 1-year warranty. When you combine getting an affordable plan with an affordable phone off of Back Market, you save yourself thousands of dollars compared to one of those free phone deals from a big carrier. Back Market is also offering you an extra $20 off with code BYOD20 for a limited time, so check them out at the link below. Now, back to the stream. All right, we are back. So thank you again to Back Market, and if you guys are interested, check them out. You can use code, hopefully, I can't remember which direction I point to, but the code is BYOD20, and you'll get $20 off the purchase of a refurbished phone. All right, I think we should dive in to the best cell phone plans of 2026 now that everything has been updated. So my question for you guys is, do you want, and this is a debate I go through every single year, do you want to go through the best plans based on price, by data amount, or by category? Maybe like unlimited, talk and text, international travel, things like that. So I'm going to create a poll, and I'm curious what you guys think. You guys can vote, and based on what you think, we'll dive in to the best plans. So by price, by data amount, and then by category. All right, start poll. That is live. All right, so should be your left. Yeah, no, I think that the tricky thing is the video on the back end that I watch is mirrored, so it's easier to see. So like for me, I point over there, but I think for you guys, I have to point over there. Anyway, best value for money, best overall. Which of the prepaid brands has the best unlock policy now? Ryan, I think they're all pretty similar. That was kind of Verizon's point with them updating their unlock policy. I think typically on prepaid, you have to be a customer for 12 months, and then you'll be eligible to get your phone unlocked. That's true. Sunkissed, all of the above. A lot of people are voting by price right now, so we might end up doing by price. That does tend to make the most sense because really, GPRN is on it. Value for money. We want to make sure that you guys are getting the best bang for your buck. And if you do by data amount, you can get into these weird situations where like we could find, the best 15 gig plan, but maybe it's $25. And at $25, you want to go with Visible, and because Visible is truly unlimited. So I think that makes sense. This is also true. US Mobile, if the device isn't on a specific promotion, the devices are sold fully unlocked, which is nice, which is really nice. And I think some other carriers do that as well. Like I think Tello devices are also unlocked. Don't quote me on that. I will find out. All right. Let's go ahead and do by price. That has the most votes right now, and I think makes a whole lot of sense. So let's go ahead, end that, and I think just start off. So before we dive into it, I think we need to give you guys a really cool resource. This is the Airtable that I make for the Best Phone Plans site, literally powers bestphoneplans.net. Tons of stuff in here. We got carriers, we've all the plans, and this is actually kind of interesting in my opinion. The way it works is there's a back end, which has all of the plans and the plan details. And then there's sort of the plans front end, which references the plan details and then adds all the multiple lines. Anyway, all of this is synced to this free Airtable called the Cell Phone Plan Comparison Chart, which has now been updated for 2026. And I'm putting this in the chat right now. So if you're interested and you want to use this Airtable, use more of a spreadsheet format to figure out which plan is best for you, you can go in here and filter by lines, by data group, hotspot amount, international texting. All of that stuff is available to filter if you are a spreadsheet person. Of course, I'm a visual person, so I think we should hop over to the Best Phone Plan site and dive into the plans. And we can start off with the the best plan. Sorry, just seeing Scott's comment here. Scott, wow, when do you find time to sleep? Do you see cell phone plans in your sleep? Scott, a minor side tangent. There is an app called Sleep Cycle, and it will help you figure out, track your sleep effectively. It used to do it based on audio, and then it switched to kind of using the Apple Watch when the Apple Watch came out. But one of the features of Sleep Cycle is it can record sleep talking. And it turns out I am a sleep talker, and I was able to capture myself talking in my sleep and recommending a cell phone plan. That could be a sign I'm too deep into this, but I love it. And so we should dive in. All right, we're gonna do based on price. And I think we gotta start off, do you guys wanna do $5, $10? I think 5 is too cheap. Let's pull up the plans right now. 5 might be too cheap. So if we do data, I only, $5, I actually have the filter. Okay, no plans are filtered at $5. So let's do $10. What is the best plan you can get for $10? We've got Helium Mobile 0. Actually, I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about this. Helium Mobile 0, Mobile X Custom. This is one of the Mobile X Talk and Text plans, pre-configured with 150 minutes and 150 texts. We have the Helium Mobile Sprout plan. This is basically their kids plan. Good to Go Mobile, hitting 1 gig of data. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like a Mobile, Tello. What do you guys think? All right, guys, like a Mobile, 8 gigs for 3 months, coming in at $7 a month. That's wild. That's wild. All right, here, I'm gonna throw a couple. Here's what we're gonna do. The jank method. Should we throw a Tello plan? I'm hesitant. Let me get another one. I feel like Mobile X Custom, throw them on there. What's really nice about Mobile X is that you don't pay for data that you don't use. So if your usage varies month to month, that's super nice. Good to Go Mobile also seems pretty good. We'll do Tello, the 1 gig plan. I think that's going to be awesome. And of course, where's the US Mobile 2 gig one? Is it because it's $10? Jeez, like a mobile, $10, 18 gigs. Yo, like a mobile is cooking right now. That's insane. That is insane. US Mobile Lite, here it is. And Red Pocket, geez. So many good ones. So many good ones. I'm curious what you guys think for this $10 price category, what you're going to vote for. Red Pocket Essentials. No hotspot on Red Pocket, though. That's fascinating. Like a mobile what? That's insane. It is a promotion. I'll pull it up in a second. Here's what I was thinking. Because the website is slow, and I think I'm faster. We'll do plans by price, best $10 plans. And we'll just boop, boop. Pop all the plans on the slide. And this is the new comparison. Ta-da. Not bad. Mobile X, like a mobile. Wild. So curious what you guys think. My go-to for this category used to be the US Mobile Lite plan. $10, taxes and fees included, 2 gigs of high-speed data. It was awesome. I mean, actually, it's not even the Lite plan. It's just the regular 2 gig plan, I think, that they have. Interesting. Nick is saying Leica should not be recommended. They don't have a support line. Chat is bad. It's a nightmare to port out. I hear that Leica Mobile's customer service is quite bad. Interesting. Interesting. Wait, let's go back to the best phone plan site here. Where's the US Mobile? Here it is. It's this one, the 2 gig plan. Let me grab this. Swap this out. Bam. All right. I think this is a pretty solid lineup. I'll leave, what should I leave? The $10. Wait, we got to check. We got to spot check Leica Mobile here. Just to make sure that I'm not crazy and that these prices are legit. So we're looking for $10 for 18 gigs. So if we do plans and we need an 18 gig option. Here's an 18, yeah. It is a promo. It is a promo. Promo price for 6 months. 18 gigs for $10. Wild. Wild. Oh yeah, Helium's free plan. I'll add that too. I'll just do one Leica plan and add in, here, let's X that one. We'll keep this one and I'll add in the Helium mobile plan. I think that was the first one. Yeah, Helium Mobile 0. It's still a good plan. A little bit of a bummer that, taxes and fees are now extra. Hop over to Keynote, bam. All right, curious what you guys think here. What are you voting for? Let me pull up a poll right now. I think I can only, oops. Let's put that full screen. Let's move this one over here. Oh, looking at the control panel, my window management here. All right, poll. Start a poll. Let's do best $10 plan. Curious what you guys think. We've got US Mobile, 2 gig. We'll do Leica Mobile, 18 gig. This is a promo. All right, so keep that in mind. We'll do Tello, 1 gig. And I can only do 4 options. You know what? Based on what you guys are saying, Leica's customer service and the fact that it's a promotion may make it less recommendable. So I'm going to swap that with Mobile X. And I'll do 1 gig. And then we'll do Helium Mobile 0. Start poll. What do you guys think? Best plan for $10 or less per month. It looks like all of these, except for Helium, include Hotspot. 720p video streaming on US Mobile, which is pretty nice. Tello, 480p. Mobile X, technically up to 4K. Not that you would really want that for a 1 gig option. Watch is not supported on Mobile X, but you can throw Mobile X in a tablet. International calling included on US Mobile. add-on available on Mobile X. I don't think it's supported on the Helium Mobile Zero plan. Yeah, we do have a taxes and fees included. Yeah, so actually, one of the things I do on the Best Phone Plan site is we have the taxes and fees toggle, and this adds in all taxes and fees. Sometimes I don't know, like Helium Mobile Zero, I haven't fully checked in my area yet, so unsure. Red Pocket, again, this is an eBay one, so that's why I haven't checked that one. But I do try and include all estimated taxes and fees as well. And that's actually something worth pointing out. In the Airtable that I just shared with you guys, there is a price filter, and there's an estimated taxes column and an estimated total. This is all based on the data that I see here in Longmont, Colorado. So it will likely be different for your market, but the relative cost comparison, I think, will still be the same. So if one plan is more expensive in my area, it'll likely be more expensive than another plan in your area. And again, I'll throw this in the chat if you guys are like nerds like me and love this stuff. Mussy is asking, does Helium still always does Helium still need the always location tracking anymore? The answer is no. Helium actually updated their plan. They no longer need to have access to your location. That was a previous requirement. Thankfully, that is no longer a requirement. So I'm curious what you guys are saying in the chat. The poll is saying US Mobile's 2 gig plan is the crowd favorite. Oh yeah, GPRani, you're absolutely right. I can explain that right now as well. Here is the situation and the problem with the taxes and fees toggle. This will be fixed in the new site, which I am very, 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 very excited for. Here's the situation. Let's go ahead and reset this filter, and we'll just pop this into one lines. The taxes and fees filter only applies to visible plans. It's actually, I want to say JavaScript, but that feels wrong. It's a code snippet. And what it's doing is it's swapping the display text in the cards with other text that is entered in the database. Unfortunately, it only applies to the plans that are shown on screen. So something you'll notice is the toggle is currently on because I had previously toggled it on, but the Mint plan does not show with taxes and fees. If I toggle it off, now it shows with taxes and fees. So it's really a toggle that only applies to the plans that are showing. And you're right, it is kind of a glitch. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. All right. So you guys are saying for the best 2 gig plan, or excuse me, the best under $10 plan is going to be the US Mobile 2 gig. I think that is usually my go-to pick here. I will give Mobile X an honorable mention. I think their plan is a great value, allows more flexibility month to month. Tello, also a great option on the T-Mobile network. But yeah, I mean, candidly, when it comes down to it, $10 flat for 2 gigs is a really good value and a great experience. Helium also probably does deserve a shout out because it's like super cheap. I think someone commented last stream, their total was under $2 a month after taxes and fees. But it is more limited, 100 minutes, 300 texts, things like that. So, all right. GPRani is saying, can you also change the details back to center align? I'm kind of liking the left align, not gonna lie. I'll think about it. Jordan is saying Helium Mobile is like 50-cent plan, not a $10 plan. That's actually, yeah, so that's a good point. Helium probably wins that maybe $5 category, but for this $10 category, maybe we give it to US Mobile. And then we already talked about that. Tommy's saying I like the left align more. Me too, Tommy. I'm big into it. That wraps up the $10 a month category. How about $15? What we have for $15? Price $15. This one we might be able to just like select them. All right, so we've got US Mobile's 5 gig, Mint's Mobile 5 gig. That's 12 months. Flex $17.50. Honestly, not bad. Leica Mobile coming in hot. I mean, these prices are insane, but they are, of course, on promotion, right? So, yeah, this is their Unlimited Plus plan. This is 40 gigs for $18 for 9 months. Sorry, that just seems so random. But yeah, that is an insane value. If we do long-term plans, Yeah, some of these are nuts. 15 gigs for 120 for 12 months. That's $10 a month for 15 gigs of data. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I think Smartless, $15 for 10 gigs, actually a really good value. That's going to be more than US Mobile, very similar to that Flex plan after taxes and fees probably. I wonder, hang on, let's do, if I hit the toggle, what does it come out to? Jeez. Oh, you know why? It's because it's $10 a month for the first 6 months, but then it's 15. Is it really $20.70 after taxes and fees? That's nuts. I'm glad I hit that. Helium Mobile Air, I actually do think that's a top contender. Let me add that. Ultra, good to go. T-Mobile Connect, kind of a solid option for that $15 5 gig price point. Kyle's here. Hello, Kyle. Great to see you in the chat. I feel like I'll throw Smartless in there. Maybe I'll throw in US Mobile Flex in the 5 gig. Am I missing a plan? Let me see here. Track phone. I mean, it's just like 1 gig, 4 gigs, 10 gigs from Tello. That's kind of in that $20 a month category though, after taxes and fees. Yeah, then we kind of get up there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's compare these. We'll ditch the keynote and see how things compare. Oh yeah, Mobile X Unlimited 10. That's a great call. Where is that one? Mobile X Custom. Here we go. Mobile X 10 Gold, 6 months. Mobile X Custom 10 Gold Annual. Let me just unfilter this and do Mobile X Unlimited and it should show up. Yeah, Mobile X Unlimited 10. This is actually a fantastic plan. Yeah. All right, compare plans now. That'll pull them up. Does iMessage work on a talk and text only plan? Unfortunately, iMessage will not work on a talk and text only plan because iMessage needs cellular data. So you need at least a certain amount of megabytes to use iMessage. 500 megabytes. I mean, iMessages are pretty small, so you don't need a whole lot of data, but you do need cellular data. If you're just on a talk and text only plan, iMessage is not going to work. And that's worth keeping in mind. Yeah, Tommy's saying the same thing. If you have more than 2 lines, sometimes the carriers make more sense. Is that showing in the chart? Kyle, yeah, it kind of shows in the chart. So what I did for the chart is I went ahead and I broke it down by my top picks, kind of by data group effectively. This is actually kind of interesting to see from my perspective. You can create your own filter, and then I did pre-configured filters based on lines. And what you'll notice is depending on how much data you need, the postpaid carriers will start to show up. So like here's T-Mobile Essentials 55 plus. We've got, gosh, they're still really expensive. T-Mobile Essentials Saver. Nope, for 2 lines, they're really expensive. If we do like 5 lines and we go down to unlimited, AT&T Business Advanced, US Mobile Unlimited Starter, T-Mobile Essentials, Mobile X Unlimited 30, AT&T Unlimited Starter SL with military. This is where you can start to see them add in. What the spreadsheet doesn't do, and that I've tried to do on the other sheets, is factor in the device promotions and discounts. Because, right, even if Cricket, well, Cricket's not an example. Even if, here we go, AT&T Unlimited Starter, okay? Even if this is a more expensive plan, it comes with that free phone, right? Every 3 years, and that's going to end up making it more affordable in the long run. So that is worth keeping in mind. All right, we do have the plans here. Curious what you guys think. How many do we have? Helium, Smartless. Let me double check Smartless. That's Smartless Mobile. $10 for $10 a month, or excuse me, 10 gigs plans. Was that a permanent change? Then $15 a month plus taxes and fees. Select plan. Huh, weird. All right, I'll have to check on that later, but anyway, here's what we got. Helium Mobile, Mobile X, US Mobile, Helium Mobile. Is there any plan here that you would remove? I'm kind of leaning towards removing the US Mobile 5 gig because I think getting 10 gigs at about the same price from Helium and Mobile X, kind of a better option. And we have the US Mobile Flex. Flex is kind of in the middle. It's an annual option. I would almost lean towards the monthly option over the annual. Curious what you guys think. I'll put a poll up. Let's see. Start a poll. Oh, we got to end the previous poll. Start a new poll. What is the best $15 plan? I think for this, we'll do Mobile X. Very strong contender. I'll do Helium Mobile Air. I think that's also a strong contender. Smartless Mobile. Crazy good promotion. And then, do you guys want to do Mint Mobile Unlimited? That's a really good point. We'll give Mint a shout out on the live stream here because their plan is currently on sale for $15 a month. But this is a promotion. And I'd hesitate to suggest a promotion like for a best plan. So yeah, that's a promotion. Absolutely right. And we'll get to the slow data speeds of Metro's 20. The $25 category is really good. Yeah, I agree. Non-promotional rates. I mean, thankfully, the Smartless plan is listed as $15 for the full price. So it still fits in this category. I will want to check the taxes and fees because apparently I have it that after taxes and fees, it's like $20. So I'll do US Mobile's 5 gig plan because it's not annual, and I think that's what more people would be interested in. So best $15 plan. That poll is now live. Curious what you think. Mobile X is technically deprioritized, but still a good value after taxes and fees. $12.70 a month. Really good value. 10 gigs high-speed data. You can use all 10 gigs as hotspot data, which is super nice. 480p video streaming. Again, Mobile X, I believe, supports tablets. You can just throw the plan in a tablet. And add-ons are available for international calling, texting, and roaming. So nice to have that. US Mobile, also deprioritized. This time available on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. 5 gigs of high-speed data. If you wanted to create a US Mobile pooled plan, this could be used for that. So it could technically be shared. $8 extra to add a line to share that data. Unfortunately, the data does stop, so worth keeping that in mind. Hard stop there. It does include hotspot. You can use all 5 gigs as hotspot data. 720p video streaming. If you activate on Verizon, you have the option to add a watch line, which is pretty cool. You can also add a tablet line to this. International texting and calling is included. International roaming is a paid add-on. The heavy Chevy. Mobile X says it's $14.88 for this plan on their site. It turns out the Mobile X website is horribly outdated. So that is no longer correct. The mobile application for Mobile X is what has the most accurate pricing information. And I can show that on stream. All right, Helium Mobile Air, 10 gigs high speed, and then data stops. Deprioritized, you can use 5 gigs as hotspot data, 480p video streaming. Options for international roaming, but international calling and texting not supported. Neither are the watch or tablet. Smartless Mobile, the newest entrant in the space, $15 plus taxes and fees. 10 gigs of high speed, then data stops. Deprioritized, 5 gigs of hotspot, 480p video. This one does include international calling and texting, and it has a cheaper add-on for roaming in Canada and Mexico. Interesting. I think based on this, my preference is probably Smartless Mobile or Mobile X. And let me just pull up the Mobile X app so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I need to go to change your access pricing, unlimited plans. I need standard access. Here we go. And we'll pull it up. Curious, how is this going? Mobile X 39%. US Mobile 5 gig 39%. I'm shocked. Very surprised at the difference there. For those of you who are voting Mobile X, how come? And for those of you who are voting US Mobile, how come? Because Mobile X technically is twice the data, 10 gigs, right? And we'll do monthly next. Oh, shoot. That is correct. That is correct. I must have the, yeah, I think I selected the annual option. Yeah, plan duration 12 months. Sorry, guys, that's on me. That's on me. You're absolutely correct. $14.88 is the correct price. I'll show you the prices now on stream so you can see them for Mobile X. So this is the unlimited 10 plan. Hopefully that camera focuses. Bam. And you can see you get 5% off if you do 3 months. You get 10% off if you do 6 months. And you get 20% off if you do 12 months. So that normal monthly plan comes out to, wait for it. Yeah, $17.55. That's interesting. Can you guys see that? Yeah, $17.55. That means, hold up. That means, let's bring these plans back, that US Mobile's unlimited flex plan at $17.50 a month. This is an annual plan though, but it would technically be 5 cents cheaper. Now, I think month to month is probably better. Yeah, we have the unlimited flex there. It is all the way in the end. It's good. It's annual though. T-Mobile's $15 prepaid plan is another really good option. What's nice is it is priority data on the T-Mobile network, but it's only 5 gigs. Yeah. Tommy, I'm kind of with you. I feel like at this price point, most people are going to want to go month to month as opposed to annual. So, yeah, Switch 26, I do agree. That is worth considering, and we'll get to that in a bit. Interesting. US Mobile's 5 gig plan is getting the majority of votes, though. So we'll smack that down. I'm going to grab Mobile X. I do think they have a strong offer. And I also think Smartless is pretty good here, too, with the international features especially. And I'm going to throw those on my haphazard keynote. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect. All right. Best $20 plans. Let's find out. Let's see what we have cooking in the $20 plan category. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Every year when I update this spreadsheet, I'm always like, you know, what changed year to year, right? I have no idea, and I get curious. And so I write down everything that changes, and I actually published a blog post with all of the changes for every single carrier that we saw this year, or that I saw this year that I noticed. I tried to get everything, and it was really interesting, in my opinion. You know, everything that changed, like a mobile, for example, hard pivoted from the T-Mobile network to the AT&T network, and then had big data increases across the board. Mobile X, they updated their 30 gig plan to 50 gigs and launched the 3, 6, and 12 month pricing that we saw. Yeah, all the changes. I'll throw this in the chat if you guys are also curious and want to check that out. All right, let's move on. We're moving on to the $20 category. So let's go ahead, clear this search, and dive into the best $20 plans. We're going to scroll down to, okay, cool. So sponsored and then non-sponsored. Mobile X Custom, $20 for 7 gigs. Not exactly ideal. Red Pocket, honestly not bad. $20 for 20 gigs on the AT&T network. It is priority data, which is pretty nice. No hotspot though. I'm adding that. I think that one looks awesome. We've got Mint Mobile's 15 gig annual plan. I'm hesitant to recommend that because you could get, I guess it was 10 gigs. It was 10 gigs before. So Mint's actually not a bad option here. Free up. No, I'd read AT&T Red Pocket's better. US Mobile, honestly not bad, but not great either. That might be it, you guys. Like, that's crazy. Wait, let me see if I'm missing anything. Let's go create your own filter. I'm just going to filter by top picks is top picks. Perfect. I want that. Can I add a condition? I really want the, oh, here we go. I added it already. Name. Price is equal to or less than, how about 20? Price 20. Dang. For one line, there's got to be more. Let's do 25. How about 24? I feel like it's missing stuff. Yeah, it's missing everything. Oh, it's because data group is unlimited. That's why. Let's turn on all the data groups. There we go. And now we can do 20. And that is going to mean that, and then let's sort by data amount. Data filter, there we go, perfect. And we want to do 9:1. Yeah, Metro's $25 BYOD plan. This is technically available for $20 a month. Such a good plan. Yeah, GPRNA, that's a fair point. US Mobile Unlimited Starter is just $6 more than Mint's plan, and is way more valuable. That is a good point. That is a good point. But we're technically at the $20 price, so I think we gotta stick with that. Anyway, Metro by T-Mobile, we got to give them a shout out. This plan is actually insane. Cell phone plans. If we do bring your own phone, you can see there's a 6-month option that drops the rate to $20 a month for unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network, which is fantastic. Like, that is an amazing deal. That is an amazing deal. So we got to add that. Curious? Did I not? Let's search for it. Bam. Cool. Price, $20. I'm sure it's misfiltered somehow, so I got to fix that. Were there any other ones in the Airtable that Helium Mobile Air? I think we got it. AT&T Prepaid. Hesitant to recommend that one. I think it might actually be, or is it available still? Those are honestly probably the best plans. Let's just compare them. Oh, $6 per year, 50 cents per month. We'll pull them up. usmobile.com plans. Jeez, the promos never stop. On all networks with code Big Game. Unreal. Unreal. For your first year. For a full comparison, hesitant to recommend this. Or I guess included in the category, but you're right. Like the annual option, $22.50 a month. That is a really strong contender at the $20 price point. All right, let's end the poll, bring up the comparison. This is what I've got. I think for the $20 price, and we can add in, let's actually go back and add in US Mobile's plan. I think that's a very valid option. Yeah, unlimited starter, Dark Star annual, perfect. Add to compare. And it'll cook it up. I'm very curious what you guys think. What is the best $20 plan? While we're waiting for that, Green coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. What's your opinion on eSIM only? When do you think Samsung will go to eSIM only like Apple and Google? Do the benefits outweigh the negatives? I don't think there are benefits. Like the theoretical benefit is a marginally bigger battery. The iPhone 17 series, where is that? The iPhone 17 series is the first phone of the eSIM-only phones that actually utilizes that. And I guess same would go for the iPhone Air. Is a marginally bigger battery worth the trade-off of not having a physical SIM? I think likely for most people in 2026, the answer is no. I think especially internationally, where other countries are still using physical SIMs, they rely on physical SIMs, I think that's like a real nice to have feature, especially when you can have a physical SIM phone that still supports eSIM. So yeah, I think I don't think the benefits outweigh the negatives. I think physical SIMs are still great, still excellent, very wasteful in terms of plastic. So I hope we move more towards eSIM and it becomes easier to switch eSIM. But yeah, Tommy coming in also saying Samsung has too much of a market with carriers that don't do eSIM in North America and beyond. So yeah, it'll be a while before Samsung does go eSIM only. Is it possible that they'll make a United States model that is eSIM only? Sure. I think it's less likely because I imagine it's easier for them to manufacture a device that is the same and they can sell globally. So yeah, I love US Mobile with 3 networks. All right, let's actually go ahead and vote on this. The best $20 plan, the ones that we found: Mint Mobile's 15 gig annual plan, Red Pocket's $20 a month plan with priority data on AT&T, Metro's $20 BYOD plan, and we're throwing in US Mobile's unlimited starter Dark Star annual plan. Worth noting that this is the annual option. And those are 4 options, so we can add them all right now. So Mint Mobile 15 gig, we'll do Red Pocket 20 gig, Metro $20 BYOD unlimited, and then US Mobile unlimited starter. Start poll. Curious what you guys think. What is iSIM? I have no idea. Poll is live. Yeah, Musty, I am with you. It was so frustrating. I just pulled out my iPhone 14 today. And even look, I have an iPhone 16 right here. And it is so frustrating that it is an eSIM only phone, but there is literally empty space inside the phone for where a physical SIM could be, like zero benefit. Also worth mentioning, while you guys are voting on the plans, right? So Mint annual plan, $20 a month, 15 gigs of high speed data, deprioritized. You can use all 15 gigs as hotspot, 4K video streaming, and some okay international features. Red Pocket, this is 20 gigs of high speed priority data on the AT&T network. No hotspot though, which is very disappointing. 4K video streaming, which is insane. You get no international texting. You do get international calls, 1 gig in Canada and Mexico, and 1 gig in over 60 countries. Honestly, pretty nice. The hotspot makes that a deal breaker for me. Same with Metro's plan. Metro's plan, $20. It's truly unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network. It is deprioritized though, so not going to be getting the fastest speeds. No hotspot. Again, deal breaker for me personally. 480p video. They do support the watch and the tablet, which is really nice. No international texting. Add-on for international calling. Okay, roaming in Canada and Mexico. $5 for 5 gigs. Yeah, okay option. And then US Mobile annual. Again, this is the Dark Star, so on the AT&T network. I guess we could technically have thrown in the Warp plan and the Lightspeed plan at this price. Those have 70 gigs of high speed. But this is going to be unlimited on the AT&T network, deprioritized, 20 gigs of hotspot, 4K video streaming. You can technically add a tablet line here if you wanted to. International texting and calling is included. 1 gig in Canada, Mexico, and 1 gig in 67 countries. Yeah, I think the extra, it's not even that much more. 2215, 2385, 2250. It's right in the middle. in terms of price after taxes and fees. I would go US Mobile here. Yeah, 53% of you are voting for that. I would go US Mobile as well. I think that's the best option. Hands down. Hands down. Where's my keynote? Bam. This is it. This is the best plan for 20. I mean, if you need to go month to month, I don't even know what to say. Maybe Red Pocket if you needed to go month to month. Or one of the other plans that we've mentioned so far. That's what I would say. Yeah, mostly AT&T works well for me. So even though US Mobile is a bit extra, I'd probably end up choosing that. I mean, and it's not even that much extra, right? After taxes and fees, like Mint's plan, I'm estimating at $22.15 a month. Red Pocket, $23.85 a month. So $3.85 in taxes and fees. $20 for Metro's plan. They include taxes and fees, which is really nice. And then US Mobile, $22.50. Honestly, not bad. The downside is that you do have to pay it upfront for the year. So, yeah. When you say watch not supported, you can't even pay extra for it. That's correct. That's correct. So for US Mobile on the Darkstar AT&T network, the Apple Watch specifically is not supported. However, US Mobile does support the Apple Watch on the Warp, just the Warp, which is the Verizon network. And then you can see Metro, $10 for a watch add-on. I would probably say here, considering Metro does support that watch, like that's a really nice option to have. Yeah. Tough to say, tough to say. I mean, and here's the thing, Mint's plan is an annual plan. And if you're getting an annual plan, you might as well get US Mobile's annual plan. So I think that would knock it out. I'd probably do US Mobile, maybe Metro, maybe Red Pocket if you wanted something month to month. All right, let's move on. This is probably the most exciting category there is. It is the $25 category. This is where things get so spicy and so good. We have US Mobile Unlimited Starter. I mean, we just got to add that. Visible Base. Man. Metros, BYOD, we already did that one. This is the AT&T, so this means these are mistagged. I got to fix that. We have Ting's new unlimited plan. Throw that in there. Cricket Unlimited Annual. Here's the Metro plan. We've got Lightspeed and Starter. Tello. Oh, hard to recommend Tello. I mean, Tello's actually great. Easy to recommend, but when you can get 70 gigs instead of 50 gigs, that's tough. Boost Mobile Unlimited. Guys, Boost Mobile Unlimited. 30 gigs, deprioritized, add-on hotspot for $20. I just don't think that's going to cut it. Excuse me, $25. I think that's it. I think those top plans are like the best ones. T-Mobile Connect technically gives you priority data, but it's like 8 gigs versus 70 gigs. So let's go ahead and compare these, and we'll get these queued up. All right, what's funny to me is in the, let me see, did I miss it? All right, here we go. Lift Your Spirit 2910. You're absolutely right. Coverage map is, I think, technically down right now. Let's see, Boulder County. Yeah. It is under maintenance, so I apologize for that. We are working on improving it, making it better. It's a very complicated system, and so it's temporarily not working at the moment, so apologize for that. Also, it's funny, I can see David, your super chat in the YouTube like backend studio, but it hasn't yet showed up on the StreamYard studio. I think there's a bit of a delay, but when that shows up, we will get to it. All right, what is the best $25 plan? We've got Metro, Cricket. Here's the thing. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Darkstar is $25, doesn't require an annual plan, and is better than Cricket, and is on AT&T. So I think we should get rid of Cricket. That's my hot take. Visible Base, I think that's great. That can stay. And then we've got the new Ting plan. Did you guys see that? This was an absolute shocker to me. All right. Ting Mobile. I was checking out their site. First of all, new site. I think it's built on Webflow. Actually looks pretty clean. They launched an all new plan. Ting Unlimited 25. Okay. $25 a month. Truly unlimited high-speed data is what they're saying. And unlimited hotspot. I signed up. I'm testing it out. I haven't actually used that much data yet. So I need to keep testing it. But I was surprised to see that. And so far it seems pretty good. So kind of curious what you think here. I'll make a poll. What's the best $25? Oh, Jordan. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We got to bring in that plan. It is total wireless. And it's not going to show up because technically it's not $25. It would be the total 5G unlimited plan. Let's get that one in there. The reason why this one's okay is because it's $25 a month if you bring your own device. And this promotion has basically been going on nonstop for like at least 2 years now. So I think this is potentially one of the best value plans here. Let's go ahead and compare plans now. Ting is on. Oh my gosh. Tommy, don't even joke about this. That's true. That's true. I might have even signed up. I got a text now line as well. So that'll be 32. 32. Ting is on Verizon, for those curious. Cricket sucks. Had a horrible experience. Sorry to hear that. That is definitely frustrating. That is non-promo. I guess you're right. It is technically non-promo. I mean, it is a promotion, but it's so readily available. All right, while we're waiting for this to load, David, thank you so much for your patience and your super chat. Hey man, I'm from the US and planning on a trip to the UK, wondering if, how I can use a roaming plan with my Apple Watch line. I use Visible Plus Pro. That is a fantastic question. I honestly do not have a full answer for you, David. I have not been traveling abroad with a cellular watch line. If I was in your shoes, it sounds like you're on Visible Plus Pro. So you're already getting 2 free international days per month. I would just stick with that. Unfortunately, I don't think the cellular capabilities of your watch will work while abroad, but your phone will work, data will work, and as long as your Apple Watch is connected to your phone, all of the features you get on Apple Watch will work perfectly fine. So I would probably stick to that. All right. Let's go ahead and make this poll. Very curious what you guys think of the best $25 plans. So we're going to do, I can only do 4. We'll do Metro by T-Mobile. In the poll, I can only do 4. So Metro by T-Mobile, US Mobile Unlimited Starter. What else is there? Total, oh man. Total 5G Unlimited. This is for sure. That has to be the best one. And then maybe I'll do Ting. Hang on. Just looking at these plans side by side right now. Total 5G Unlimited, right? You bring your own device, which, by the way, works perfectly with Back Market. Shout out to Back Market. You get an unlocked phone. You bring your own device to Total Wireless. You instantly get 50% off for your service. That drops the price from $50 to $25, taxes and fees included. All right. You are getting unlimited high-speed data, and this is priority data. Exact same network experience as Verizon Unlimited Plus and Unlimited Ultimate. 15 gigs of hotspot, 720p video streaming, unlimited minutes, unlimited texts. Watch line not supported, but you can add a tablet line starting at $10. And that is an unlimited data tablet line, which is nuts. International texting included, international calling included, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and 10 gigs in over 30 destinations. That is a super nice plan. I don't think there's a plan here that's better than that. Ting Unlimited, no international support, no tablet support, 4K video streaming, and unlimited hotspot are surprisingly nice features, but I think a little bit TBD on those, right? I want to test that out. I feel like they should throttle or cap the plan at some point, but I couldn't find it in their terms of service or terms of conditions. And I also need to double check the priority. So maybe a little hesitation there. If you're going on the Verizon network, probably go with Total Wireless. So let's get Ting out of here. And I think that'll be it. Just sorry, I was checking on the poll. All right, I'm going to send the poll out. We'll get rid of Ting. I can't start the poll. Wait. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Sorry, the interface was just not optimal. Bam, perfect. Start poll. All right, the poll is cooking. Metro's plan, arguably the best unlimited plan available on the T-Mobile network at this price point. $25, truly unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized. I don't think that matters too much on T-Mobile. No hotspot, unfortunately. 480p video streaming. You're used to that. And as Tommy said on the previous show, that you can get around 480p video streaming with a VPN. Shout out to Surfshark. Unlimited minutes and texts. You can add a watch and tablet line, which is really nice. I'll give them that. International support, very weak. International calling and roaming in Canada and Mexico only are available as add-ons. All right, next we have US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Worth pointing out, there are two versions of the US Mobile Unlimited Starter plan. So we have one that is the Verizon / T-Mobile network. This is going to be $25, 70 gigs high speed before unlimited at 1 megabit per second, deprioritized, 10 gigs hotspot, 720p video. On the Warp network, Verizon, you can technically add a watch line and a tablet line, which is super nice. All of those international features, international calling, roaming in Canada, Mexico, and internationally are paid add-ons with the month-to-month plan. International texting is included. Still pretty good value. Visible base, I mean, like visible base candidly isn't worth it. The reason it's not worth it is because of the total wireless plan, right? Total wireless upgrades you to priority data, 15 gigs of hotspot, and better international features. The only reason to maybe go with visible base is if you need the watch add-on. But at $10 extra, I think that's a little bit of a tough upsell, in my opinion. Someone was asking about promo pricing. What was it, like the Switch 26 promo? Yeah, Switch 26. So Switch 26 is no longer available. If we go to Visible's website, there is a new promotion that is fantastic. It is the 5 off 5 promo. So Switch 26 is gone, 5 off 5 is here. That will, in my opinion, make Visible Plus probably one of the best value plans for $30 a month. On Visible Plus Pro, probably one of the best value plans available for $40 a month. And this pricing is for 5 years. Okay, that is insane. That is insane. Unfortunately, though, yeah, the Switch 26 is gone, so Visible Base is at the $25 mark. Yeah, I mean, the only reason, yeah, is for that watch add-on. We have US Mobile Unlimited Starter again. We already covered this in that $20 a month category. Instead of the annual version, this is now the month-to-month version. Unlimited high-speed data on the AT&T network. Deprioritized, 20 gigs hotspot, 4K video. Every time I read this, it's just insane. Unlimited minutes, unlimited texts. The watch is not supported, and there is a tablet line available. And those international features, again, are paid add-ons with the month-to-month version of this plan. Really solid option. Really solid option. I think my choice, like US Mobile's fantastic. Visible, in Visible's defense, I think has a better app and website experience than Total Wireless. I think it's impossible to ignore the value that Total Wireless has. I'd probably do Total Wireless, US Mobile Unlimited Starter Darkstar, and then for me personally, I would do any of the other US Mobile plans, right? Like I would rather do the Lightspeed plan, $25, 70 gigs high speed, and 10 gigs of hotspot on the T-Mobile network versus Metro, because Metro doesn't have hotspot, and that's a deal breaker for me. So what does the poll say? 52% of you are going with Total 5G Unlimited. 43% are going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter. That's super interesting. All right. I think that'll put Total, I think, is the winner here. I'll do two. I mean, boom. And then, yeah, US Mobile. This plan is also an awesome plan if you want AT&T coverage. T-Mobile coverage, I mean, I would say, like, shout out Metro, But realistically for me, it's this. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Lightspeed. Let's throw them in my keynote. Look at this beautiful organization. Fabulous. All right, $30 plans. Let me know if we should skip to a different category. The $5 increments are insane. Now, Switch 26 is is gone. Mark, how is customer service Total Wireless? We'll give you live on stream the customer service hack for Total Wireless. Here's the thing. Total Wireless has two types of customer service. You have the US number and you have the Spanish speaking number. It turns out the Spanish speaking reps are required to also speak English. And I've heard from Reddit that the Spanish speaking reps can often provide better customer service than the English reps. So if you want slightly better customer service on Total Wireless, you may consider using the Spanish speaking option when you dial in. And I think that will hopefully give you a little bit better of an experience. Yeah, Musty. Funny how it feels as if US Mobile has something for every one of these lower price tiers. It's insane. It is insane. All right, best $30 plans. I do see a super chat. Wow, it's wild to see the difference between what StreamYard shows and what the YouTube backend shows. YouTube is just so much faster. All right, let's go ahead. Best $30 plans. I'm almost like the $25 plans were so good. Oh, well, $30. Hang on. Reset. Obviously, we need total 5G plus unlimited. Let's clear that. Price $30 and interesting. Red Pocket Premium Annual. That's actually not bad. Technically, US Mobile is like arguably a little bit better. Mint is here. We can add Mint. I think, hang on. Gen Mobile. No, these are all like 10. See, what's wild is all these carriers, Free Up Mobile, Boom Mobile, Pure Talk, Eco Mobile, they're just getting to the 10 gig tier. And I feel like we covered this at like the $15 mark. Like that's nuts. That's crazy. Visible Plus Annual. We actually, let's get the regular Visible Plus in here. I know that's, oh, it's the US Mobile. Here we go. The Lightspeed, Dark Star, man, it's just outrageous and Warp. So this is the regular price for US Mobile Unlimited Premium Annual. We'll get that in there, and let's do Visible Plus. The reason I'm including Visible Plus, hang on, let's do price. Technically it's 35, yeah. Technically it's 35, but there is a new promotion right now that knocks it down to 30. And I think getting a plan for $30 for 5 years is good enough to include it at the $30 a month price point. So let's go ahead. I think those are the best ones. Let's compare them now and see what we got cooking. Also, again, while we're waiting here, we got .raf. I'm on Mint Mobile, unnecessary plan, paying $150 every 3 months. And the other line on Boost Mobile, paying $50 a month. Any recommendations in New Jersey? That's a fantastic question. Yeah, I guess it depends what your needs are. If you like Mint and the unlimited data, I would say an instant, like easy save is to bring your number to Metro by T-Mobile, right? You can knock that down to $25 a month flat. So that's $75 every 3 months, instantly cutting your bill in half there. And that'll give you unlimited data on the T-Mobile network. Boost Mobile, honestly not sure if I can recommend them. If you wanted something with AT&T coverage, I think you'd want to check out US Mobile Unlimited Starter, right? If you go with the AT&T network on US Mobile, this will give you unlimited data on the AT&T network, and that's awesome. And if you wanted to do the multi-network thing, you can do multi-network with US Mobile as well. So I think that's really good. How come many of these are annual plans? Can we do the monthly pricing? I mean, if we do monthly pricing, I don't think you're going to find anything better than the... I think we do have some monthly options. Yeah, hang on. Let's dive in here. So we got Red Pocket. That is technically an annual plan. You got me there. Does Red Pocket have a, hang on. What's the annual version? Yeah. Okay, Red Pocket Premium, $30. Boom, we'll add that one in there. We can remove the annual option. That'll probably make it a little bit better. I don't want to do that one, so let's compare that. Let me close some of these tabs. And we'll get into it. Jared saying US Mobile has been consistently better. I've had cell phone since year 2003. I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, .raf, I hope that was helpful. Again, definitely consider checking out Metro by T-Mobile, and I think US Mobile will help fit your needs. All right, these are gathering up. While we're waiting, we're going to do one more shout out and thank you to the sponsor of the show, which again will help you save a lot of money. So let's do that. I want to take a quick break from the stream to talk about something that saves you a ton of money. We talk about the best phone plans all of the time, but the biggest expense is usually the phone itself. If you're looking to switch to a cheaper carrier, you need a phone that is unlocked and ready to use on any plan or carrier you choose. But buying a new phone can be quite expensive. That is why I'm partnering with Backmarket. Backmarket is the leading marketplace for refurbished electronics. You can grab an iPhone 15 Pro from $412, a Galaxy S23 Ultra from $364, a Pixel 8 Pro from $286, or an iPhone 14 from just $263. All Backmarket phones are certified refurbished. This means they have gone through a thorough quality inspection of the screen, speakers, ports, buttons, microphones, cameras, and more to verify the phones are 100% fully functional. Backmarket also offers free 30-day returns and protects your purchase with their free 1-year warranty. When you combine getting an affordable plan with an affordable phone, you can save yourself thousands of dollars compared to getting a quote-unquote free phone from a big carrier. Backmarket is also offering my audience an extra $20 off with code BYOD20 for a limited time. So check out Backmarket at the link below. Now, back to the stream. And we are back. All right, we have the month-to-month options here pulled up, kind of. I feel like I pulled up all the US Mobile ones, but those were either deselected. It's kind of cheating, to Tommy's point. Unlimited premium annual. They are selected. Compare plans now. Did they just not load? Hopefully the site doesn't mind me trying to load it twice. Here we go. Perfect. All right. We've got Mint. First of all, let's just quickly go through these. Mint is a great plan, especially if you can get it on sale. It's on sale right now for $15 a month. Fantastic value. However, at the full price, the net cost here, $32.67 after taxes and fees. I want to point out that US Mobile has their unlimited premium Lightspeed plan. This is on the T-Mobile network, gives you more hotspot data, better video streaming quality, and better international features. And it comes out to $32.50 a month. So it's less than Mint. So I love Mint. It's a great option at $15. I think at the full price, US Mobile's a bit better. So let's get that out of here. Red Pocket Premium, AT&T. This is actually a very curious plan. New plan from Red Pocket, $30 a month, 50 gigs of high-speed data at full speeds. And then, it's like crazy, then you get unlimited data at 150 megabits per second. Now, honestly, the AT&T network in my area, I feel like, is not even getting close to 150 megabits per second at full speed anyway. So maybe that doesn't matter. But either way, worth considering. This is priority data, QCI 8. I've confirmed that. You get 10 gigs of hotspot, full 4K video streaming, which is a surprise to me. Tablet line you can add. Free international calling to 80 countries, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico, as well as 10 gigs in over 60 countries. So honestly, a pretty good option. Next, we have the US Mobile annual plans. Now, Tommy, you would probably say these are bending the rules, cheating a little bit. They are annual. Kind of tricky to go through all of them. No, it's not. It's easy. Warp. No, they're all so different. We're going to crush through these, okay? And I'll give you the quick rundown. So US Mobile, they have their unlimited premium plan. You can get the unlimited premium plan on each of the 3 networks: AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. Each network has different features. We're just going to go left to right here. First, Verizon, $33 a month, technically $32.50, okay? And it's on sale. What is it on sale for right now? I won't include the sale price in my video, but yeah, this plan is like constantly on sale, $24 a month. Insane, okay? Insane value. Unlimited high-speed data. This is priority data, QCI 8 on the Verizon network, 50 gigs of hotspot, 720p video streaming, smartwatch line included for free. That's a big win. You can choose to add a separate tablet line to this if you wanted to. International texting and calling included, and 20 gigs in Canada, Mexico, and 125 other destinations. That's the Verizon network, super solid. Next is the AT&T network. This, I would borderline call the flagship network on US Mobile, okay? This is a fantastic plan. Again, $32.50 a month after all taxes and fees. Unlimited priority data, QCI 8 on AT&T. You're getting 200 gigs of hotspot. You get 100 gigs at full speed, 100 gigs at 8 megabits per second, and then unlimited at 600 kilobits per second. 4K video streaming, which is super nice. Your videos are going to look crispy. Watch is not supported here, worth keeping that in mind. You can add a tablet line, you get free international texting and calling, and you get 20 gigs in Canada, Mexico, and I think I need to still update that. It is 90 countries, includes talk, text, and roaming, and then you get data only in 30 more countries. So very, very solid option. Lastly is the T-Mobile network. This is, again, unlimited high speed, deprioritized, 50 gigs hotspot, 4K video streaming. Watch is not supported, and you're getting international texting and calling, and the most roaming, okay? 20 gigs in Canada, Mexico, and 197 countries. So really, really good for international roaming. This is actually probably my top pick for international data. So all 3 of these plans are great. They are annual plans. You know, maybe we include them, maybe we don't, but worth considering. Visible Plus. This is technically $30 a month flat, taxes and fees included, with code 5OFF5 for the next 5 years, that's a great deal. What do you get with this? Unlimited high-speed data, unlimited priority, unlimited at 10 megabits per second for hotspot, 1080p video streaming. Worth noting that video streaming does have a caveat. It is 720p video streaming on LTE, up to 4 megabits per second for video content. And then we're on 5G ultra wideband. It is up to 10 megabits per second, and that is going to give you 1080p quality. You can choose to add a smartwatch here, $10 extra. International calls and texts to Canada and Mexico, 2 gigs a day in Canada and Mexico for roaming, and you can accumulate 1 free international day per month. Last plan here is the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. This is a rock star plan. Again, $30 a month if you bring your own device. I mean, we just talked about Back Market. Shout out to them. You can buy a phone refurbished on Back Market, get a great deal on that, bring it to Total Wireless, and get 50% off Total Wireless's best plan. What do you get with Total Wireless's best plan? You get unlimited high-speed data, unlimited priority data, unlimited hotspot data at 5 megabits per second, 720p video streaming. The watch is not supported, but you can add a $10 tablet line, which I would argue is almost more useful. Okay, that is insane. International texting in 200 countries, international calls to 180 countries, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico, as well as roaming in over 30 countries. So I'm very curious what you guys think of these different plans. One more thing we got to mention for Total Wireless, okay? Besides giving them a shout out for their freshly designed website, or somewhat redesigned website, the plans page has been updated at least. The Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan, that's this guy right here, it comes with Disney Plus Premium. That is a $19 a month subscription alone. And you can get that included on the $30 plan when you bring your own device. That is just absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. So I'm very curious what you guys think here. In the chat, I will add a poll, and we're going to do what's the best $30 plan. We're going to do Red Pocket. We're going to do US Mobile Unlimited Premium. I'm not going to do the different ones. We'll do Visible Plus and Total 5G Plus, and that is 4. Start poll. I'm kind of torn. I think, honestly, for $30, Total 5G Plus Unlimited is arguably the best value, especially with that Disney Plus subscription. The downside is the hotspot data, in my opinion. All right. And the mobile app and website, I think, can use some improvements. Downside, hotspot only at 5 megabits per second. If you go with Visible, hotspot speeds are double, 10 megabits per second, arguably more useful. And you're getting higher quality video streaming. Instead of having a 4 megabit per second video streaming cap, you get a 10 megabit per second video streaming cap. I think that will make a meaningful difference. We also have differences in the watch and tablet support, right? If you want a tablet, you're going to want to go with Total. If you want a smartwatch, you're going to want to go with Visible. International features, these are, of course, going to vary person to person. I would argue, man, it does seem like Total is a little bit better with the international texting and calling and with the roaming in Canada, Mexico, and 30 countries. I would argue a little bit that Visible's almost a little bit better because you get that 1 free day per month that works in pretty much any country. So, and you can accumulate up to 12 free days per year. With Total, you just want to make sure those 30 countries are the ones you go to. Then we have US Mobile. Fantastic plans. These are the annual plans, so you have to pay for a year of service up front. Awesome, awesome plans. Do you want to pay annual or not? So that's the question. And then Red Pocket. Like, oh man. It's not bad month to month on AT&T. It might actually be the best month to month on AT&T. Yeah, I'm curious. What do you guys think? What are you voting for and how come? International calls are to 200 plus destinations. What is that in reference to? Yeah, heads up, US Mobile Dark Star, 110 destinations, 30 are data only. Yeah, that is correct. I need to fix that. What's funny is I think, let me see, did I fix it here? No. All right, I'll have to check that. Take a picture. Sometimes I forget when I take notes what I'm talking about, so I'll just take a picture of that and hopefully I'll go through my camera roll and remember. Yeah, I think the biggest downside to US Mobile is that their annual plans. Like, do you want to spend, what is $32.50? $390 up front on service. If the answer is yes, they're awesome. If the answer is maybe not, maybe not. Is Total limited to the same 2 gigs a day at high speed as Visible? For the international roaming, I think Total is different. I think they have a different setup. So it looks like Visible, they typically do 2 gigs of high-speed data per day in Canada and Mexico. And actually, that's a great point. It is 2 gigs per day of international data for that date pass. It looks like Total gives you 10 gigs of high-speed data in Canada and Mexico, as well as over 30 countries. And so that's just a different approach. 10 gigs all at once versus 2 gigs a day. 10 gigs all at once is probably better. And if we go here, let's see. I just want to see show full details. Oh, that's gross. I didn't want to see that. Texting to 200 countries, calls to 180. I kind of wanted to see the international countries. Home internet, tablet. Oh, interesting. Let me get the countries list. 15 countries. This is technically more. Here we go. These are the countries. Argentina. Oh gosh. Armenia, Brazil, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, Jordan, Malaysia, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Qatar, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, Uruguay, and Vietnam. Those are all really good countries. I feel like a lot of the European countries are missing. Depends where you're going. A lot of these countries are fantastic. I've heard amazing things about Vietnam, amazing things about Thailand, really good things about Japan. India would be an awesome trip. Costa Rica, I've heard fantastic things about. Obviously, Canada, Brazil. Yeah, it kind of depends where you're going, I guess. Like, it's not a bad list, but it's just not as many as visible, I guess. It's just different. It's different. Yeah. I'm surprised there isn't any UK. Turkey is the only European country. Yeah, that's it's so funny. Like, what is this list? Is there an add-on? This is a $10 calling card. We don't want that. Yeah. Nah. It's not a bad list. Getting 10 gigs in all of these countries is not bad. It's actually arguably convenient. But the fact that there isn't an option to get roaming in other countries, like, that'd be nice to have. That'd be nice to have. Right? And then if you really want roaming, US Mobile, 197 countries. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And then Red Pocket. What would I sign up for here? I mean, realistically speaking, I have a bias towards Visible. I really like them. I think, like, their mobile app, it is nothing to write home about, but it works. It works pretty well. It actually allows you to swap your eSIM reasonably easy, and I like that. And it gives you your data usage now. I'd probably lean a little bit more towards Visible Plus. Total is tempting because of the Disney Plus subscription, and there is a new show, I think it's called The Wonder Man, and I've heard good things about it. It's on Disney, so that is tempting as well. What do you guys think? Right now, 42% voting for Visible Plus, 38% voting for US Mobile Unlimited Premium. Oh, Marco, let me see. Did you do a super chat, or is this just no, I think just a regular chat. Let me see if I can find it. Marco, I would just say, like, rechat it. I don't know where it is. It's too much reading. I missed it. It's in the abyss. Yeah, surprised there isn't the UK. The QCI on Warp is QCI 8 for US Mobile Unlimited Premium. I'll pull this page back up. It's tough. It's a close poll, you guys. US Mobile remains the best on international roaming from what I have found. I would agree with that. Oh, Scott coming in with the hack. The best hack is to get a local eSIM as a secondary line and select a network for a US phone that doesn't roam on that line, so it's forced to work through your data connection. Did that in the UK. Yeah, that is smart. That is really smart. I mean, honestly, best value, I think Total 5G Plus. What I would probably sign up for, Visible Plus. That's what I think. Man, the tablet line, though, maybe I should try it out. I should try it out again. That's what I think. No name. I just traded in my phone at Apple and used that towards an iPhone 17, and I pay $45 a month for it for a year, plus the US mobile plan on Warp, $32.50 a year, $24 for the first year. Did I do good? Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think that is awesome. That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Oh, here we go. Hey, Stetson, all the plus 55 have the same benefits from the original plans. Yeah, that's correct. If you're looking at the spreadsheet for Airtable, or even on, honestly, the Best Phone Plans website, I think we can, let me end this. I think the winners, Total 5G Plus, fantastic. I think Visible Plus, also fantastic. US Mobile, I would argue Visible Plus is a little bit better than some of the Warp. Maybe not. It's tricky to say. These are annual. They're almost different. They're different, but we'll throw it in there. I think that's a good option. And Red Pocket, if you need AT&T coverage, honestly, not bad. Honestly, not bad. All of these are great. All of these are great. Let's smack them in. Bam, bam, bam. All right. 35. I don't even want to do 35. I think we should jump to 45. That's my hot take. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. And I know you guys want a 24-hour live stream, but that would be crazy. Yeah, all right. Back to your question, Marco. Yes, the answer is yes. So if you are browsing the best phone plan site and you're like, hey, I want to see what all the age 55 plus plans are, and we unfilter the price so they actually show up, these are going to have the exact same features pretty much as the regular plan. So T-Mobile Essentials, age 55 plus, same as the regular Essentials plan. AT&T, this is actually a special plan. It's a little bit better than than AT&T Unlimited Starter because it comes with 10 gigs of high-speed hotspot instead of 5 gigs. But yeah, that is pretty much the case. And if you happen to get let's say you get a military or veteran discount, right? Like the AT&T military, Verizon military, or T-Mobile military, these all have the exact same features as the original plan. So I think that is good to know, and I hope that's helpful. Musty coming in with a question. What's the difference in US Mobile annual versus monthly pricing for these? The difference, it's actually probably easier to show you on the US Mobile site itself. So again, the annual option for US Mobile Unlimited Premium, regular price is $32.50 per month annually. That is $390 upfront. The monthly price is normally $44 a month, okay? So that's the regular price. And that's kind of why I wanted to jump to 45, because I think we'll get way better plans here. And that is, yeah, that's the regular price for US Mobile Unlimited Premium. It's just on sale so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, I'm thinking about it. I don't think we're going to find like better value plans than what we just covered, right? So let's do price $45. Visible Plus Pro, Legend, let's get that. Oh man, AT&T Prepaid Unlimited Essentials. Guys, hot garbage. 30 gigs at 3 megabits per second before unlimited at 1.5 megabits per second. Like, what are we doing here? TracFone Unlimited, technically a new unlimited plan, but we already covered things that are way better. Cricket Smart Unlimited, US Mobile Unlimited Premium is going to knock that out of the water, so no reason to consider that. T-Mobile Prepaid Unlimited Monthly, actually not bad. That has priority data. I'll give that a click. I'll give that a click. We should also throw in some of the lower tier plans as well. So some of this stuff, there we go. Cricket Select. Yeah, you just can't beat US Mobile Unlimited Premium. Yeah, Darkstar, crushing it, Warp. I mean, I think Visible Plus Pros, maybe it's better. It's different. They're both really strong. Is there another like good AT&T plan? 35 for 50 gigs. Okay. That's shocking. All right, we actually have to scroll down, I think. $40 unlimited from Mint. AT&T age 55 plus. Ultra Mobile Unlimited. Pretty good for international calling. We've got Xfinity Mobile. Jeez. Yeah, I just feel like we already covered some of the best plans. Google Fi Flexible. That's it. You can just like stop watching. Like Cricket Smart Unlimited. It's not as good. It's not as good. All right, Cricket, hang on. We'll add this one in. The reason I think we should add Cricket is because they do support a smartwatch line and a tablet line. And that could be nice for people. Let's load more. All right, we do have a super chat coming in from Colin. Colin, thank you so much for your generosity and support. What is your opinion on Boost Mobile? To me, as good, but I'm considering switching onto Verizon because of the ordering process. Yeah, I mean, look, candidly, I was really excited for Boost Mobile when they were building their own 5G network. It was new. It was exciting. It hadn't been done before. It had some extra perks like 4K video streaming. At one point, it had, I think, like unlimited hotspot if you got the hotspot add-on. Unfortunately, Boost Mobile has shut down or is in the process of shutting down its native network, which means it will basically be an AT&T MVNO. You might also get activated on T-Mobile. And so as an AT&T MVNO, a little bit less exciting, and price to performance, not really there. I think you can find better plans at better price points on other MVNOs on AT&T, Red Pocket, US Mobile, and same with the T-Mobile network, right? So yeah, if I'm on your shoes, Colin, I would consider switching not to Verizon, but probably to Visible, right? Visible Plus, here, we'll throw this up on stream. Give them the shout. Right now you can get Visible Plus $30 a month, and you're using code 5off5 to save $5 off per month for 5 years, which is insane. This is a fantastic plan. What do you get? Let me see if it's even here. I think it is. We have it checked. Yeah, Visible Plus. Here, it's the first plan. $35, right? We covered it. Unlimited high-speed data, unlimited priority data, unlimited at 10 megabit per second hotspot, 1080p video streaming. You can add a watch if you want. Tablets are not supported, and decent international features. I think for the price, this is fantastic, and I would encourage you to consider that one. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Hang on. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and end the previous poll. We'll throw in Visible Plus. This is going to be wild. Like, best $45 plan. I honestly thought there were more plans for $45. Lol, Trump Mobile's here. Oh, AT&T FirstNet is fire. If you're eligible for it. I think that's it. I think we got them. Compare plans. Let's see what we got. Is Wing still around? Yeah, Wing is still around. Great question. So Wing, also known as Wingtel, one of the two, they are now leaning into their 5G home internet. So they have a 5G home internet service, and you can sign up. It's apparently been on ABC News, Fox News, NBC News, USA Today, and CBS News. And basically you get a 5G router and internet for $70 a month. So kind of interesting. I guess theoretically I should probably review it, but I have enough home internet products at home already that I need to review, excuse me. And then, yeah, their phone services here, it's not good. It's not competitive, right? 1 gig for 17. Well, we know we're getting like 10 gigs from other carriers for 15. 2 gigs for 25. We can either get the same 2 gigs for $10 or get truly unlimited for 25. 5 gigs for 35. Well, we literally just covered Visible Plus for 30, which is like unlimited premium data. So that's fantastic. And then 55 for 22 or 65 for 40. So yeah, in my opinion, not really worth it. Not really worth it. But there you go. All right, let's talk $45 plans. We've got Visible Plus, pulling that in from before. We've got US Mobile Unlimited Premium, the triple, the trio, if you will. We already covered those. $44 a month is a regular price. Visible Plus Pro, $45. Visible Plus Pro is actually really good. Okay, unlimited, and it's currently available for $40 with code 5off5. Again, unlimited high-speed priority data. Unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second. That is nice. That is nice. Probably one of the best plans for hotspot data. 4K video, which is perfect. You get that smartwatch line included now. Super nice. International texting and international calling. Now you get 500 minutes to 85 countries. Kind of a curious allotment perhaps, but should get the job done. 2 gigs a day in Canada and Mexico. And you now accumulate 2 free international days per month. Really, really nice plan. Really nice plan. Compared to US Mobile. So US Mobile, same unlimited high-speed priority data. Instead of unlimited hotspot, you're getting 50 gigs of full-speed hotspot data. A little bit lower quality, built-in video streaming, 720p versus 4K. Smartwatch is still included for free. You can add a tablet line on US Mobile, so that's a big perk. And US Mobile has the multi-network add-on, so that's also another really nice perk. And then maybe better, maybe a little bit different. So international calls to 200 countries. What I don't say perhaps enough on the show is for the international calling. I don't even, do they link to it? All features, how it works. Okay, all features. And then I need international data calling. How about that? Wi-Fi calling. Wow. Do they not link to it? Calling rates. Here we go. So for some reason, I can't find this page linked in their nav bar, but the minutes are variable, okay? So let me see. Here, Afghanistan, boom, 147 minutes. Then you have a lot of unlimited. Okay, they offer a landline, and these are only, I think, to mobile. Here's like Belgium, 67 minutes. Cameroon, 66 minutes. You can only have an hour conversation with someone in Cameroon, right? Ethiopia, 120 minutes. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Haiti, 82. Honduras, 149. Israel, 280. Kenya, 120. A lot are unlimited to US Mobile's credit, but sometimes you just get a couple that are that have limits. So Switzerland, 69 minutes. Nice. Tanzania, flipping it around, 96 minutes. Nice. Anyway, what's nice about Visible is it's a little bit more consistent, right? 500 minutes to 85 countries. That's a little bit better, more consistent, perhaps. Depends on what country you're calling. Back to US Mobile on Verizon. 20 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and then 20 gigs in 125 countries. So still a fantastic plan. Really just depends kind of what you want, what features you're looking for. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Dark Star. We kind of covered this. Unlimited Priority, 200 gigs of hotspot. That's that tiered 100 gigs fast, 100 gigs at 8 megabits per second, and then unlimited at 600 kilobits per second. 4K video, super nice. And then pretty good international features as well. This needs to be updated to 90 countries. So Cricket Smart Unlimited. Throwing this in here because you can get a smartwatch and a tablet for $45 a month, but it is deprioritized and only 15 gigs of hotspot. Then we have T-Mobile. T-Mobile Prepaid. What's nice is you do get priority data on T-Mobile Prepaid. Only 50 gigs at first, and then after 50 gigs, you're deprioritized to QCI 9. Not a bad plan, though. Well, the hotspot is useless, 600 kilobits per second. That's a deal breaker for me. My hot take, I'd rather be deprioritized on QCI 7 on US Mobile, or even, I'd rather be on US Mobile deprioritized QCI 7 than on this plan. That's my hot take. And then FirstNet. FirstNet's fantastic. $48. So a little bit over our budget here, but unlimited priority data, included hotspot. I think it's just like unlimited hotspot. I don't know if there are any limits on that. 4K video streaming. Dang, $25 for a watch add-on. That's absurd. And then $40 to add an unlimited tablet line. And then very mid-tier international features. Yeah, curious what you guys think. And then Visible Plus. Visible Plus, arguably the best value here, but different price tier. Let me throw a poll up. Very curious what you guys think. Start poll. What's the best $45 plan? All right, we'll do US Mobile Unlimited Premium. We'll do Visible Plus Pro. Should we do Cricket? I'm hesitant to do T-Mobile. All of these are on the AT&T network. I feel like we'll do T-Mobile. And then we'll do FirstNet. Because I think FirstNet's better than Cricket. Start poll. Interesting. You cannot get AT&T's 55 plus plan unless you bundle with their internet. Total is $99 a month before fees and taxes for 2 lines internet. Okay deal if you want their internet, I guess. Yeah. I think it is a really good deal, but you have to want their internet. You have to want their internet. Curious what you guys think about this. Wow. The votes are coming in. The votes are coming in. 55% going for Visible Plus Pro right now. 33% US Mobile Unlimited Premium. One person voted for T-Mobile. A couple people are voting for T-Mobile Prepaid. That's a surprising number to me. And then FirstNet only getting 6%. Wow. I guess that's fair. You get pretty much all of the features actually on US Mobile. And arguably better because it has better international features. So that's fair. Curious if you guys think I should have been Cricket. Oh, okay. Well, we got a super chat. 6 lines on Verizon Unlimited. Is that right? VW? I guess Verizon is like VZW. We'll call it Verizon Unlimited Phone, Text, and Data for $400. Is my friend being ripped off? All right, first, 400 divided by 6 is $66 a line. That is a firm yes. Your friend is getting super ripped off. I mean, we are covering plans that are as good, if not better, than the plan your friend is on for $45 a line right now. And your friend is paying $66 a line. So, yeah, definitely getting ripped off. They should switch immediately. Immediately. That's what I think. All right, checking the poll again. 30 of you have voted. So definitely make sure to vote if you haven't already. What would I vote for? Man, I wouldn't get FirstNet. I'm not eligible for it. I wouldn't get T-Mobile Prepaid. I'd rather get like Metro or US Mobile. Cricket, not bad, but you're only getting Cricket if you need the smartwatch. And my hot take is a smartwatch is not worth it. Actually, I've temporarily stopped wearing my Apple Watch. That's a bit of a side tangent, but I can talk about it if you're interested. Visible Plus Pro, fantastic plan. I would definitely lean towards that. US Mobile, also fantastic. Great app, great experience. The multi-network add-on, very unique. Regular Visible Plus plan, arguably a little bit better, save you some money. And then, I mean, we didn't bring in the total 5G Plus unlimited plan, but that's another strong contender too for $15 less, right? Like, why pay more? Wait, I want to check something. Let's go here. I think it's technically like $60 right here. Defilter the prices, total 5G. Here we go. The question, okay, smartwatch is not supported. The tablet line is what's supported. Oh man, it's like analysis paralysis. Realistically, yeah, US Mobile is fantastic. These are all so good. Yeah. Definitely sounds like they're paying for phones. FirstNet would have pretty high priority data though, right? It would be hard to be eligible, obviously. Yeah, my understanding is I think FirstNet is QCI 7 by default, which is like extra priority. It's the same level as Turbo, but don't quote me on that, okay? I have not tested it and don't know for sure. I think realistically, yeah, Visible Plus is awesome. I do love US Mobile in their account dashboard, so maybe I would just do that. Yeah, also fantastic. Let's get Visible Base out of here. Or excuse me, Visible Plus. We don't need that. What do you think? It's tough. Yeah, it's a tight vote. Oh, Kevin, how much are the watch plans? That's my question. How much are the watch plans, and do you know the priority? Glad it's not $25. That was highway robbery. That was highway robbery. Yeah, realistically, I mean, I'm on US Mobile now, so there's a high probability I would go with US Mobile on Warp. Like, that's a fantastic plan. I'm a little bit tempted to do Visible Plus just because of that unlimited hotspot data, though. Like, that's nice. And the built-in 4K streaming. Yeah. I think for my needs of watching YouTube videos while I'm out and about, I almost said, like, while driving. I was like, wait, no. You don't do that while driving. You listen to podcasts and stuff or music. Yeah, I would say Visible Plus Pro, arguably better for what I need personally. These are all fantastic. These are all fantastic. I'll take some screenshots. Bam. And then, yeah, US Mobile if you want AT&T. I'd like to do one on Verizon, one on AT&T, and one on T-Mobile. I would do US Mobile on AT&T and T-Mobile, I think. But that's fantastic. All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think there's a reason to get a plan that's over $45 for a single line, right? Like if we go back here, let's delete this, do price. Let's do like 50, 55, 60. Like what are we doing? First of all, we are seriously miscategorizing the AT&T prepaid plan. That is on me. I'll get that fixed. Astound Mobile. Okay. Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited. Like unlimited, deprioritized 30 gigs hotspot. We have way better options than that. Metro, again, way better options. Total 5G. This is the full price now. Like, well, you can get it at half the price. Google Fi. I mean, shout out to Google Fi. They do have priority data on the T-Mobile network. And like, I would rather get Google Fi Unlimited Standard than the T-Mobile prepaid one, is what I would say. Gen Mobile, lol, $50 for 45 gigs. Oh my gosh, you guys. Boost Mobile, $50 for 40 gigs. Eco Mobile, $50 for 30 gigs. Definitely not Eco on your wallet. I'll tell you that right now. Shout out to Google Fi Flexible 3 gigs, okay? $50 for 3 gigs of data. I feel like we should find the worst plans at every price point. Here's the ones that I thought were good. Cricket Unlimited Supreme, right? 55, tax and fees included, unlimited priority, 50 gigs hotspot. That's a nice plan. That's a nice plan. Ting Allo, $55 for 35. Like, what is happening? What is happening? All right. That's it. That's all I got. I think we covered the best plans at every price point. And you don't really need more than these. Which, funny enough, is basically US Mobile. Maybe these. US Mobile, Mobile X, US Mobile, Total Wireless, US Mobile Visible, Total Wireless, like US Mobile Visible. Like, that's it. It comes down to those carriers. That's wild. That's wild. All right, we have some more stuff to cover. Let's dive into audience Q&A. What are you guys wondering about? Thank you for voting on the plans. I thought that was kind of fun, interesting to see. And per usual, again, if you're just joining right now, basically I built the website bestphoneplans.net. Check it out. Compare plans and stuff. Use the filters. Very interactive. I love that. It's also powered effectively by this Airtable. And this is super powerful for filtering for exactly what you need. Throwing this in the chat. Go check it out. Completely free. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a really good resource. And it takes a while to update. All right, let's dive into Q&A. What are you guys wondering about? Well, I'm not done with the stream, you guys. I'm done with the best plan. Like, I don't think you're going to find a better plan than the ones we covered. Boy, am I glad I don't pay more than $45 a line with T-Mobile. Tommy, get out of here. You and your T-Mobile goodness, locked in. All right, here we go. Looking for 2 lines, 1 Apple Watch, zip code 92614, no Verizon. All right, that means we need AT&T or T-Mobile. Wow, the Apple Watch caveat is interesting. Should we see if the coverage map website is out of maintenance? We'll find out. Shout out to Trevor. Honestly, Trevor, if you're watching this, shout out to you because I know Trevor was likely working on this. And we'll see if it's working. 9-2. Uh-oh. That's super not working. I bet the map is working though. Hang on. Let me launch map. Bam. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's do speeds. Yeah, we can cook with this. We can cook. Actually, hold up. We can low-key promote the coverage report map while we're here. This is the only paid map we have, coverage report. 92614. Irvine, California. Bam, zooming in. And look at that. We can click on the exact zip code. Actually, is this the right one? 92614. Yeah, this is it. Perfect. 92614. Coverage percentage across the board looks fantastic, okay? AT&T is saying excellent and then great. T-Mobile is like, yeah, excellent. Verizon, excellent. Can't go wrong. Everything looks good. Weighted median speeds. Download speed, Verizon, fastest. T-Mobile and AT&T neck and neck at 100 megabits per second. That's fantastic. Upload speed, Verizon again. But you said firm no Verizon. How come? It looks like Verizon's actually the, like, are you looking at this? That's nuts. I mean, AT&T and T-Mobile are basically tied. So then it's probably a pricing thing, right? Like what is the best price? We can do, again, signal strength. This is everything. This is Verizon, actually. AT&T, this is monochrome. We'll do heat map. I think everything's going to be, yeah, fabulous. T-Mobile, fabulous. Crowdsourced data speeds, we kind of already touched on those. But AT&T, basically very fast. T-Mobile is also going to be very fast. So yeah, then it's price and compatibility. So let's just find out right now. Best phone plans. This is why I built this site. For this specific reason. All right, features. We're going to need an Apple Watch. So add a smartwatch line, and coverage is going to be, let's try T-Mobile. Okay, Metro. Google Fi. Honestly, Metro might not be bad. Let's add in the Verizon network. I think. Oh, do we have a price filter or something on? Yeah, that's why. I was like, why are these so expensive? That explains it. All right, US Mobile. Probably depends. All right, depends how much data you need. If you're like, yo, I know how much data I need. I want to ball on a budget. I want to get the most affordable thing possible. Your answer is US Mobile. And you're going to go with the by the gig plan. Okay. You can pick what you want. Let's say, honestly, 20 gigs for two people. Not bad. You get 2 lines. You're looking at $43 a month total for 2 lines with 20 gigs shared. I know that would be perfect for me. And you can add a smartwatch line, and that would be monthly. Let's call it an extra $9.50 a month right there. So that is a fantastic option. $52.50 a month, all right, to meet your needs. Most affordable option. Next runner up, I'm going to say like the one that needs the smartwatch, maybe you throw in Visible Plus Pro because it includes that smartwatch line and you can get it for $40 a month. And the line that doesn't need the smartwatch, you could go with Visible Plus, call that a day. You're on Verizon, cooking, what is that? 30 plus 40, $70 flat. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Or you could do Visible Plus Pro and then take advantage of that Mint deal if you wanted to, right? T-Mobile network, $15 a month for your first 12 months. That's not a bad deal either. That's not a bad deal either. So I hope that's helpful. That's probably what I would lean towards. And what is nice about US Mobile is you can manage multiple lines in one account. And if you needed that smartwatch, you could do like unlimited starter, 2 lines of that. That'd be $50. Not truly unlimited though. It'd be 70 gigs on T-Mobile and Verizon, 70 gigs of high speed. But you can add that smartwatch line for the $950 extra on the Verizon network. And that would be 50 plus 950, 59.50. That was easy. That's another really good option too. Cheaper than the Visible 70 that we talked about. But it's just not truly unlimited, so it depends on what your needs are. So I hope that's helpful. Zay is saying, have you heard about the Klarna phone plan? I've been using it, and it sucks in my neighborhood, 48198. Yeah, let's find it out. So Klarna uses AT&T, so it sounds like AT&T is just horrible in your area. 48198. Which is just so funny to me. All right, looks like T-Mobile, crispy fast. Of course, you guys can't see this. Bam. T-Mobile crispy fast here. 1,019 megabits per second, 1,042 megabits per second, 550, 1,107. I mean, it's just so fast. What do you want? You're on AT&T. Is AT&T slow? It doesn't look like AT&T should be that slow in this area. Okay? These all look very reasonable. If we do Verizon, is Verizon faster? Yeah, Verizon's way faster. Color profile best. T-Mobile and Verizon, neck and neck. Neck and neck. That does kind of make sense. Signal strength-wise, this is T-Mobile. Looks fantastic. AT&T still looks good. And then Verizon also looks great. If we do the coverage report, wow, you're kind of in between. Wait, can we zoom out and get a better... Here we go. This is probably the... gosh, how... Anyone want to take a stab at saying this live in front of 187 people? Ypsilanti? Ypsilanti? All right, Michigan. AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, all very similar. AT&T technically looks a little bit better, but sounds like it's been slow for you. Maybe Verizon coverage-wise. Speed-wise, though, download speed, T-Mobile easily in the lead, 267 megabits per second. Verizon, 204.5. AT&T not too far behind, 168. I'd probably lean a little bit more towards T-Mobile. Upload, arguably more important. Verizon crushing it. T-Mobile a little bit slower. Yeah, maybe with that combination, try Verizon. That's what I would say. Latency. Yeah. Verizon's looking really good. Verizon's looking good. Speed distribution. Yeah. Oh, here's what's fascinating. On the speed distribution curve, you can see the slowest 10% of Verizon speeds are faster than the slowest 10% of AT&T and T-Mobile speeds. I think if you're looking for consistency, Verizon is the move. Verizon is the move. Yeah. And Klarna, again, uses AT&T. So I hope that's helpful. Shout out to the coverage report map. Guys, $5 a month if you want to access this. Shill our own products. It is really cool. It is really, really cool. And we worked hard on it. So if you use it, I hope you love it. And we really appreciate you. Here we go. We got a super chat coming in from Call Me Nino. If you have Verizon FiOS Internet, the Visible Plus Pro plan is a no-brainer for a single line plus an extra $15 discount on your FiOS bill when combined. That is so true. Visible Plus offers a $15 discount on Verizon FiOS, and that is fantastic. My parents have FiOS, so I don't know if I could get it and then also use the discount. I don't know how that works, but that would make Visible Plus Pro a no-brainer for me. I think that's a great call. That is a great call. If I had to switch away from US Mobile for your personal line, then which one did you go to? Yeah, I would go to Visible. I would go to Visible Plus. Yeah, hands down. Hands down. This is the plan I would get. $30 a month. So I'm paying $25 right now. So $5 increase. You know, not ideal, but not horrible. And unlimited priority is awesome. Unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second is awesome. Price is great. If I really wanted to save money, oh man, the one that would be a little bit better would be Mobile X, right? It would be the, what do we have filtered here? Reset. One line. Mobile X. It's the Mobile X Unlimited 10. Oh, I guess I didn't put the month durations there. Hang on, let me take a picture of that and I'll get that sorted. That's what's going on. Bam. It would be the Mobile X Unlimited 10 plan. That would likely meet my needs and be a better price. Like $15, $17 a month. Yeah, that's hard to say no to. Like, meet my needs and save, like, well, 30, let's say after taxes is closer to 20, 120 a year. Maybe it's worth it just to pay extra. Oh my God. Green, thoughts on the new AT&T Turbo Live icon? Yeah, fantastic question. So what is AT&T Turbo Live? Well, chat, I am so glad you asked. It is AT&T trying to monetize their network. Your VIP connection. So it is Turbo Live. What is it? AT&T Turbo is a $7 a month add-on that upgrades your priority on AT&T from QCI 8 to QCI 7. Okay? What AT&T is doing is taking that same concept, and instead of making it a monthly add-on, they make it a 24-hour pass for a specific concert venue or event. And it's available not only to AT&T customers, but anyone. T-Mobile, Verizon, no matter who your provider is, you can sign up and get this. Kind of an interesting idea. I mean, you would think, ideally, AT&T would have network capacity to handle everyone at the venue at the same time. But it sounds like they might not. And in that scenario, you can pay to get an add-on. Do we know how much it costs? I have no idea. I did scan the QR code. I didn't activate it. I think you have to be at a select venue that supports it. See venue list. It is exactly 11 venues. Okay, so you have to be going to one of these venues, and then you have to buy it. You have to have an unlocked phone. Here's what I think makes this kind of a failure. I think it's kind of a failure because all of the phones that T-Mobile and Verizon sell that are financed are locked to the respective networks. So T-Mobile and Verizon customers literally couldn't sign up for this if they wanted to, just because of that device lock. And it's so dumb. Like, we have these phones, multi-SIM phones, multiple eSIMs. You could have multiple numbers and connections active on here, but nope, if your phone is locked, it will only work on that network. So yeah, it's just like a pay-as-you-go priority data experience. Really unclear the specific difference it makes, like what the guaranteed speeds are. It doesn't seem like there are any guaranteed speeds. Requires a 5G phone. Like, are they just like blocking off millimeter wave or something? Is it a network slice? What are they doing? I have no idea. The other irony is, right, they're advertising like sign up before you arrive. Well, most people are A, not going to know about this, B, sign up for it. D, if the network is so congested that people's speeds are slow, you're going to have a hard time just signing up for this, right? Like loading the website, trying to buy it, and then it's probably a different experience. Like, if you are someone with an unlocked phone, you're going to have to download an eSIM, good luck with that, on a congested cellular network. That's not even AT&T's network. It'll be like a congested T-Mobile network or Verizon network or Wi-Fi network. And then activate that, which is, I don't know, at least 10 minutes. Or if you're an AT&T customer, they have to apply it to your line. And I think they say it probably takes like 10 minutes to apply as well somewhere. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on a lot of things, actually. But yeah. Yeah, it just prioritizes your data. I'm so curious what the actual difference is. Like, has anyone tested this? Has anyone tested the feature at AT&T? Do they know what it does? That's my question. I say that, I mean that in a nice way. Like, I'm genuinely curious, have they tested it? What does it do? Anyway, I think it's kind of ridiculous. Mint Mobile, Ernesto, fantastic question. Mint is great. Unlimited data on the T-Mobile network, fantastic promotion, great price, great experience. I actually have a Mint account, which, thank you for reminding me. I think I've had that plan for like 10 or 11 months now, so it might be renewing soon. So maybe I should sign up for the $15 a month option. But yeah, it's a fantastic plan. Great value on the T-Mobile network. Can't really find anything better than it. And I hope that's helpful. Oh yeah, someone was asking about the T-Mobile loyalty plans. Have Spectrum, but it's for a friend. I feel like it would be weird to pay for something you would only be able to use at those few stadiums. Yeah, it is really for an event. Like, you're going to a concert, you're going to a football game, an event that is crowded at one of those stadiums, and you're like, I need, like, and there's so much irony in that. Like, you're going to an in-person event and you're at the event and you're like, I need to be on my phone. Like, I need to be on my phone so much right now that I'm willing to pay for a questionable amount of faster data or a better priority, whatever that means, right? I don't know. I think the venue should be already equipped to handle the capacity, and that should be that. Dang, I was in the Super Bowl yesterday and it definitely worked. I don't mind paying the $7 a month. I think that AT&T just like had good capacity at the Super Bowl. Like, I think that's what that should mean, right? Mark, yes, it does show AT&T Turbo Live. It does. It is a surprise. It is a shocker, but it says that in the status bar. Some people actually got that showing up even though they hadn't purchased it. All right, we have a super chat coming in. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Otto Timmons, appreciate you. What is the best monthly plan for a senior that has great phone support, in-store support, a plus on T-Mobile now? Is Spectrum Mobile any good? Spectrum Mobile isn't bad. So it sounds like you're on T-Mobile now. You could do the T-Mobile age 55 plus plan if you happen to be eligible. Yeah, I'm curious what people in the chat think. I personally do think US Mobile has pretty good phone support. I'm trying to think what else. Ting was known for their legendary phone support. I don't know if that's still around. I wish it was. I wish it was. Yeah, T-Mobile age 55 plus. Is Spectrum Mobile good? Let's answer the Spectrum Mobile question. This is actually pretty easy. Spectrum Mobile. So it's not bad, right? From the plans that we talked about, $30 for 30 gigs is okay. It's priority data. It's Verizon coverage. If you need the unlimited plus plan, that upgrades you to $40 a month. 50 gigs of high speed before unlimited at 1 megabit per second. It is priority, 5 gigs of hotspot, and then that upgrades you to 4K streaming. You can also add a watch and a tablet line if you so choose. It's okay. I think you can get better plans from US Mobile, from Visible, from Total Wireless, that kind of stuff. Total Wireless, you might be able to sign up in like a Best Buy or a Target, but I don't think you really get, are there Total Wireless stores? I'm just trying to think. I feel like US Mobile has pretty good phone support, but I truthfully haven't really called in that much. Because that's the whole point, right? You want to like not call in. You just want it to work. But yeah, if you wanted to stick with T-Mobile, right? T-Mobile has their age 55 plus discount, which is pretty nice. Block notifications, no way. Here, unlimited age 55 plus. These are all the exact same plans, and you just get extra savings if you have 1 or 2 lines. And you can only get these if you have 1 or 2 lines. So, you know, could be okay. Could be okay. Yeah. What else? I'm trying to see if anyone, anyone in the chat has other suggestions. There are Total Wireless stores, so that could be potentially helpful. Yeah. In-store support, A+. I'm not sure how good the support will be in-store, but that could be a really good option. And I think you're only eligible for the BYOD promo if you activate online. So maybe Metro by T-Mobile, that could be another one. I think Metro by T-Mobile, it's going to have the same coverage that you have now. And if you do like the $25 BYOD option, that I'm reading now is web exclusive, also fantastic. Yeah, if I'm in your shoes, Auto, I would probably consider US Mobile if you're okay with phone-only support. If you want in-store support, you know, maybe you lean more towards like Metro or Total Wireless. Maybe it depends what stores are nearby. Or if you're okay with T-Mobile, like stick with them. Or if your friend gets Spectrum Mobile, like It's not necessarily the best value plan, but if you go with the $30 option and you're spending only $30 a month, like that's a pretty good overall value. Like as long as you're not spending more than 40 a month on your phone bill, like you'll probably save some money, and if the service works, that's not too bad, right? Like that's a win. That's a W. That's what we're looking for. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah, $30 is great. Thanks. Yeah, if you get it and it works, like that's what matters. Here we go. This is why it's better to finance through Apple or wait for a good deal on Android Pixels. I got my Pixel 10 Pro XL for under $400 with 40% coupon and trade-in. That's nuts. That is nuts. Musty, how far away do you think we are from phasing out LTE? I feel like we're still pretty far. Like 10 years, at least. That's what I think. Yeah, Ron kind of brings up a good point. Been with T-Mobile since they absorbed Sprint, had to call in twice in like 25 years, maybe. Yeah, often like once your phone service is working, typically it hopefully stays working and you don't need to call in. So that is what I would say. And yeah, it's fair. The financing is nice too on T-Mobile. T-Mobile might be working on phasing out LTE. I think broadly though, it'll still be here for a while. Because we're still like, you need the 5G standalone network to be A, live and active, and then B, all the devices that you have to be using the 5G standalone core. And like, think about AT&T, right? AT&T has signed so many agreements with Tesla and maybe Ford and maybe other automakers. And all of those cars are on LTE. They're not on 5G, which is ironic in my opinion, because I think 5G was hyped up as like, oh, it'll expand capacity for our self-driving cars and everything. And then all the auto manufacturers are like, nope, we're actually using LTE in our vehicles. But yeah, those are like that LTE network on AT&T has to stay around for quite a while is what I think. So I think it'll be here for a bit. Oh, actually, speaking of hotspots, I think Boost Mobile just launched a new hotspot. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. All right. Yeah, Scott. My Tesla is a 2024 and it still only uses LTE. I think the new 2026, it is either 5G or there are some configurations that will ship 5G, but don't quote me on that, per usual. Mine, I have a 2021 and it is feeling a little slow and it's on LTE, so it'll be that way. This is also a really great point. Ron, still a lot of hotspots not using 5G. Most are on LTE. Smartwatches as well. They're on LTE. And then, shaking my head, Tesla's the iPhone of cars. I do have a reservation in for a Rivian R2. I'm very excited for that vehicle. Will I buy it? Probably not. It'll probably be very expensive. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Tommy. It's so fun to drive. That's what I'll say. The association with Elon is a little bit of a bummer. A lot of people in Colorado have the like anti-Elon stickers and things like that. But the car itself is, for me, quite enjoyable. Do you think Metro will keep their $25 plan? I try to stay on this plan as long as I can. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's not going away anytime soon. Mega Justin 888, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Is the $25 Ting mobile plan truly unlimited? And what's the catch if there are any for Ting? No real catches. It is the Verizon network. It does appear to be truly unlimited. When I log in, let me see if I can show you this. Get mobile. I really just want to log in. Is my account? Contact us. About Ting. Jobs. Travel. Shop. Here we go, sign in. So let me just sign in quickly. I'm glad I'm getting some use out of having this account. All right, Ting Mobile, bang, sign in. Let me just make sure. Yeah, perfect. So this is the Ting account. So I signed up. I have not yet paid the $25, but it does appear to be $25 flat. It is postpaid service. This is the Ting number. Give it a text if you want. It says data, hotspot, and talk and text are all unlimited. But there is this weird catch at the bottom here. Your plan has unlimited data, meaning your internet connection will never stop. But after your allotted fast speed amount, the connection speed will be adjusted to 2G. So it's advertising unlimited, but it says it'll go to 2G after, but there's no limit on this plan. This, I think, mostly applies to the other plans that Ting has. So we'll have to find out. I'll have to use it. I was trying to use more hotspot data, but the hotspot kept disconnecting after like 5 or 6 megabytes. So that was ineffective and slow. So maybe I'll just try on-device data. I don't know. TBD. I'll have to like download something. But I hope that's helpful. Yeah. Scott, hey, I love Elon. If people don't like him that much, sell the damn car. No, I mean, I think it's like some people don't like him, but the cars are great. And obviously there's so many more people at Tesla than just Elon. So, you know, it is what it is, but yeah. This is funny. Tommy. Yeah. He's always been crazy in some respect. Maybe he just got crazier. How crazy? So basically unusable and you should get visible base instead. Yeah, I think it depends how much, Kyle. I think for some reason, I think this plan is truly unlimited. I don't know what Ting was swinging to get this, but yeah, I'll just have to put some big numbers up and check it. Have I checked the priority level? I have not. I foolishly activated on my iPhone, and now I need to figure out how to transfer from my iPhone to a Pixel phone that is rooted. And I feel like Network Signal Guru has not been working as perfectly lately. So I'll work on that. FGVIAA, visible in US Mobile. Yeah, they're fantastic. They are fantastic. All right. Just checking the chat now. I think it's kind of winding down. Like we're going to call it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Mobile Monday live stream. Thank you to Back Market for sponsoring this video. If you guys have not checked out Back Market yet, definitely be sure to do so. They are the leading online marketplace for refurbished technology. Again, you can buy phones, computers, iPads, smartwatches, Android phones, tablets, and AirPods, all the good stuff. Really great prices. I think, what did I say? iPhone 15 Pro. This is the phone I would probably get, starting at $429. What's crazy to me is the Samsung Galaxy phones, right? Galaxy, should we do an S24 Ultra? S24 Ultra, $559. Like, that is a beast of a phone and a amazing, amazing price. And per usual, all Back Market phones are backed by their 30-day free return policy and their free 1-year warranty. And all of the phones are, of course, inspected. They go through up to 100-point quality inspection on the hardware, the screens, the battery, the GPS, the cameras, to make sure all the phones are 100% fully functional. And if you're interested, definitely be sure to check them out. And you guys can save an extra $20 off for a limited time with code BYOD20. So check out Back Market at the link below if you're interested. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream, and hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And I will see you next week. All right. Bye, everyone.